Years of waiting. The final prophet of the Old Testament, Malachi, tells the people how to give true worship to God. Do you call that God's share of grain? How can you be happy when you rob God? Give God the whole offering he deserves, and he will flood you with blessings. Between the Old Testament and the New Testament, the land of Judah is still under the rule of the Persians when Alexander, the young king of Macedonia, sets out to conquer the world. Riding his famous horse, Bucephalus, he leads his army against the countries of the mighty Persian Empire. One after another, they fall. In the year 332 BC, on to Jerusalem. When the high priest in Jerusalem hears that they are the next stop in Alexander's conquering journey, he prays to God in desperation, and God gives him a dream. Put on your formal robes. We are to meet Alexander outside the walls of Jerusalem. But he'll be able to kill all of us if we don't even hide behind the city walls. But everyone obeys the high priest. On the day Alexander arrives, all the priests of Israel stand to greet him. The high priest wears purple robe and official hat. Alexander dismounts and walks slowly toward the high priest. Everyone watches him in terror. And Alexander kneels before the priest. Praise the God of the Jews. You worship our God? No, but he came to me in a dream and showed me a vision of you, wearing your purple robe and crowned hat. Then God told me to seek you out, and he would help me conquer all of Persia. It's true. Fetch the book of Daniel. See, our own prophet Daniel foretold that a Greek warrior would conquer all of Persia. Wonderful. Under my reign, all you Jews will live in peace and worship your God however you wish. But suddenly Alexander dies, and the giant empire is divided amongst his generals. They appoint foreigners to be priests in Jerusalem and command them to worship all gods. But the last straw comes when the pagan priest makes a sacrifice to Zeus in God's temple with an unclean pig. Matthias, a local priest, cannot stand this blasphemy. No one is like our God. This bold act stirs all Judah to revolt. In the wilderness, Matthias and his sons plan their strategy. How can we fight the whole Seleucid army? We must fight dirty. It's the only way to keep the temple clean. The faithful Jews follow Judah Maccabee's orders. Their small force is able to catch the larger army by surprise and drive off the foreign people who don't worship the true God. Judah falls on us like a hammer. The eternal flame is almost out of oil, and it will take us 8 days to purify more oil for it. We only have enough to last the rest of the day. Now we can cleanse and rededicate our holy temple. But the light for the eternal flame keeps burning and burning and burning for 8 days and nights, long enough to make more oil. The temple was purified, and for 100 glorious years Judah is free. But once again, a conqueror comes from across the Mediterranean Sea. Roman ships and Roman soldiers conquer everything in their path, and in 63 BC, the mighty Roman army takes Jerusalem. Again, Judah is down, and this time it is too weak to rise. A few years later, Herod becomes a governor in the Roman Empire. A Jew by background, he's always wanted to rule over his people. He goes to Rome to appeal their Senate for a promotion. If you make me ruler of the Jews, I will ensure that they never revolt against you. The Romans like his promise and vote to make Herod the king of the Jews. Though he's a cruel man by nature, Herod is also a crafty politician. He tries to win the Jewish people's favor by building them a new and more beautiful temple, but they despise him. Bitterly, the Jews cry out, "When will God send the deliverer the prophets promised would come?"